welcome to Twist Lane, home of Lee Miners Rangers. My name's Dave Parkinson. You are watching via the Our League app. This morning, as the England Community Lions 2018 side come up against their Scotland equivalent.
Welcome to the ground, England Lions and Scotland under-19.
Really looking forward to this game. We're going to be pausing for the national anthem, so I'll bring you the teams right after that.
Welcome to Scottish national anthem.
Both sides to you. So the England Community Lions youth team lines up with Elliot Stockdale at fullback, Adam Livesey, Evan Jones, Kieran Lawton and Ryan Hilton in the back line. At half-back it's James Ennis and Charlie Heaton. In the front row, Harry Darby, Jack Kellett and Connor Graney. Back row is Jack Stevenson, Sam Ayres and Josh Milne. A large interchange bench features Matty Ellis, Brandon Tickle, Tom O'Loughlin, Oliver Lewis, Tyler Hart, George Hurst and Aston Mossop. The Scotland side, they line up with Max Anderson Moore at fullback. Across the back line it's Ryan Brown, Lyle Wilson, Jack McMillan and Ewan Caldwell. At halfback it's Fraser Gilvray and Warren Paldadino. It's Connor Terrell, Dan May, Kyle McCulloch in the front row, Lewis Lang, Charlie Elmsley and Luke Punton making up the starting lineup for Scotland. The interchange bench is Rowan Armitage, Andrew Mackay, Elliot Campbell, Fergus Simpson, Matty Ferguson and Sean Taylor. And it's the Scots making first use of possession, taking the first carry 15 metres from their own line, looking to try and establish themselves early on. But look at that defence from England, 4 in on the stop, right in the middle of the field. A real sunny morning here in Lee. Glad that you can join us here on the Our League Up. My name's Dave Parkinson, been talking about my hometown all the way through the season. I'm delighted that you get to experience a bit of it this morning as the ball shipped out to the left hand side. Scotland still working their way away from their own line, 25 metres away, 10 metres in from touch, scooped up by dummy half. It's going to be kicked long, up in the air it goes, it'll bounce and it'll bobble in behind Adam Livesey, who chases back to pick up. Solid pick up, takes him on the outside. Good challenge heading his way by Ryan Brown. And already England 15 metres from their own line, trying to cut their way forward. Scots come into this game on the back of 1 win and 1 defeat so far in 2019. Played against Ireland. The defeat was a close one by 24 points to 19 as England looked to get forward. That's Jack Kellett, Cumbrian, 25 metres away from his own line. Ball scooped to the right hand side. There's Connor Graney, local lad, Lee East player. Short trip for him across the canal this morning. And the set is completed. Oh, it's allowed to bounce by the Scottish player, Ryan Brown, who charges in right at the heart of that England defence. Sam Ayres coming up with the challenge. Dummy half running the key, completion's the key. Scotland cutting forward. 30 metres from their own line, been going for a couple of minutes now in this game. Glad you could join us here on the Hour League app this morning. First of 2 games for you. Second one coming up at 1:30, as that was a run which came in from Lewis Lang. Scotland keeping things simple, facing some really aggressive defence, and winning the first penalty as well. Tap taken, and forward go the Scots again up to the 20-30 metre line. Rattled down to the ground in the way of 3 defenders. Harry Darby leading the defence on that occasion. He's another local player. Referee just stops the clock, wants that to be played again. Then that's Charlie Elmsley who will play that ball. And running through the middle goes Scotland. Dummy half is Dan May. He'll shuffle the ball left. Linking up with scrum half Warren Palladino from Crossfields. He's within 15 metres of the try line, right in the middle of the field. May's at dummy half. This time he'll go down the right hand side to Elmsley. Elmsley kicks forward, chases after it. Oh, I tell you what, it was a juggle in there, and he's ruled it a knock on. I wasn't convinced that was a knock on, in all truth. Our referee a little bit closer to the action than us. Picks out a knock on there from England. Chance here for Scotland to launch an attack from the scrum. Dan May at the base of the scrum. Contentious call from Denton Arnold, our referee. But the Scots go on the attack again, 15 metres out from the try line. There is Lyle Wilson. Wilson controlled in that stop. Rolled to the floor, 12 metres from the try line. There's a runner out to the left. It's a good run as well by Charlie Elmsley. Over on that left hand side of the field. He'll play it 5 metres out from the try line. They look like they were going to go, but it's a direct run from dummy half by May. They look like they were going to go down that left hand side then for a second. Elmsley at dummy half. This time he does go left. Fierce challenge comes in, but they're knocking on the door here, Scotland. There's Jack McMillan going close. May tries to burrow his way forward. Alert dummy half defence from England though. And there's a knock on from Scotland too. So they've managed to repel that particular raid of the England side, the Community Lions. Great to see a number of these players as well coming from different areas. Jack Kellett, for example, who I mentioned, the hooker, he's from Hensingham. Then Josh Milne, the loose forward, look out for him, he's from Siddle, played against Wales in the earlier encounter. Still 0-0 in this one. Been going for a little over 5 minutes. England deep in their own territory though, pushing forward. 2-man challenge coming in from Scotland. Leading the way there was Fraser Gilvry, but England keeping things simple, winning the penalty. High tackle it was, and England looking to get downfield. Of course, what you'll see on this ground, we've got a canal over to the far side of the field. We've got the clubhouse behind where we're filming from, so you won't see any kicks to touch, as that's a strong drive. What a good power pack run that was from Stevenson. Jack Stevenson will play it. Kellett picks up, sends it to Graney. Graney charges forward. Kellett again, setting the mark, using the forwards of England. Another big charge coming in from Harry Darby from Lee Miners Rangers on home soil. Kellett passes to his right hand side. Good run, but equally strong tackle there. They continue to work it down the right hand side. Looking dangerous, England down that side, but Scotland just dealing with it. Last tackle has been reached in this particular set, over on the far hand side of the field. Little knock on, that's not going to please the coaching staff. They would have been hoping for far better at the end of that set, and maybe getting to a kick and putting more pressure on Scotland. Still 0-0. Chance here for Scotland to clear their lines. Some interesting tales amongst their squad as well. Max Anderson-Moore, the fullback, he's already made his debut in the NCL, playing for Barrow Island. 2 appearances this season, 1 try. So look out for him. Decent kicker as well. Oh, they're holding it in the base of the scrum. It's been pinched by England. Wow. Not seen one of those plays in ages. Charlie Heaton alert to it all. Dropping on the loose ball at the back of the scrum, but England can't capitalise. Mistake comes in from Derby. And it's as you were really for the Scots. They'll get to put the ball in at the scrum. Got to take possession. I'm really glad to be with you here on the Hour League app this morning as we warm up for what awaits later on this afternoon at Old Trafford. Big Super League Grand Final. St Helens against Salford. Hope you're going to tune in for that one. Over on Sky Sports as Scotland take possession. Strong defence as well. It's been a hallmark of England's attacking play in this first 10 minutes. They're attacking with the defence. Solid coming down the right hand side, almost getting pushed out of play. Did really well there. Now they'll work their way forward. May passes down this right hand side. Kick comes in, threaded through. It's a good grubber kick. It'll find the touchline. It's a great kick. Just beats Stockdale and finds the touchline. A raking kick down the touchline that was. A really good set of that from Scotland. Nil-nil in this game. Both sides still finding their way through. Luke Punton it was who put that kick in. Previously with the Bradford Bulls as England attacks. Some strong running out wide. Direct attack from that scrum. Still inside their own 20-metre line though. One pass back in field, trying to challenge these middle forwards, but there's some really good work there from Connor Terrell, Dan May and Kyle McCulloch in defence. Here's Graney once more. Pushing forward, trying to get the second effort going, but he's found the floor, found his front. It'll be a quick play the ball from Graney. Solid surge from the back. Coming in from Adam Livesey. Another player on real local ground from Lee Miners Rangers. Little dummy, little dart forward from Charlie Heaton, not quite getting through on this occasion. Last tackle has been reached. England still inside their own half. Kicked away from dummy half by Kellett. It's a solid kick. Forces Max Anderson-Moore to come into play, to play it off the boot. Charges forward. Gets just to the edge of his own 20-metre line. They'll try these clearing runs from dummy half again. Ryan Brown spinning. Trying to hit his way through the defence on that occasion. Early kick. Chipped into the corner, looking for a 40-20. Won't find the touchline. Instead, Stockdale's there to cut it off. And the England skipper will bring it back right back into the middle of the field. That's where all motion is stopped by a strong chase from Scotland. Leading the way there was Dan May, who then follows up with another big hit, aided and abetted by Charlie Emsley, who started in the colleges competition. You may have caught the final of as England surge forward again. Good run down that far side by Tom O'Loughlin, and England have won the penalty as well. O'Loughlin from Shevington Sharks played for Lancashire Barler over in Serbia in May. Kellett will get this tap penalty. Scotland backpedaling at the moment though. Chance here for England. Can they mount an attack? O'Loughlin has it. Drives forward, quite a squat player. Very strong, plays it quickly. Kellett picks up, comes over to this left hand side, links with Graney. Graney right in front of the posts. 5 metres out. Kellett will continue this movement left. Good link-up play. It's coming down this left-hand side. There's a little dummy. And I tell you what, he wasn't far from getting through there, was James Ennis. 5 metres out from the try line, over on this left-hand side of the field. Strong run forward. It's a huge drive. Can they hold him up? It's good defence there by Scotland. Jack Stevenson denied on this occasion. But we're seeing England with some of the best field position they've had so far in this game. Still 0-0, crucially on the scoreboard though. Lofted pass into the middle, bypasses a couple of players, eventually picked up by O'Loughlin, who steps and skips past a couple, eventually wrapped up on that 10-metre line. Last tackle has been reached here. Kellett picks up, throws a dummy, throws another dummy, surges over. Brilliant piece of half-back play there, and Kellett opens the score. Jack Kellett working his way through.
12 minutes.
Great work there, 12 minutes gone. Scored a try against Wales where he was a substitute, but the Hensingham youngster, well, his season goes from strength to strength. Opens the score in England 4, Scotland 0. Probably nothing more than England have deserved over the last couple of minutes. They've been able to get themselves downfield. Looking pretty sparky in that particular set. Really sprightly dummy half play there from Kellett.
Oh, we're finally getting it.
Had a little bit of a delay there, waiting for the kicking tee. Thankfully it's out there now. Charlie Heaton from Dewsbury Celtic, a man who's kicked 38 goals in 16 appearances for the NCL club at first team level this season, has this opportunity to add his first points, and does. The flags are raised. It's 6 points to 0 in favour of the England Community Lions youth side. So early advantage to England. Scotland back on the halfway line, looking to build. They've been very competitive during the opening stages. Long kick down the middle of the field. It'll bounce, it'll bobble. And here comes Graney with the first charge, trying to dent them, and certainly managing to push a couple of defenders back there. Lewis Lang being forced back on that play. England coming out of their own end, 20 metres out from their own line. Kellett picks up, puts it right. Good hands from England, setting a good platform, keeping things steady inside their own half, gaining yards. Here's O'Loughlin, throws a dummy, surges forward, gets towards halfway. He's so difficult to put down. He's got 4 players hanging off him. There's got to be gaps elsewhere as Kellett picks up, sends it left. Lofted pass over the top. Great play. And a good run coming in as well from Evan Jones. Inside the 20 metre line he goes. Now it's switched amongst the halfbacks. Kick comes in from Heaton. High hanging one. Oh, and they contest it to England. It bounces off hands. And in fact there's going to be a penalty here to Scotland. England offside. A little bit too keen and eager to chase down that kick. But it was a good lofty effort that from Charlie Heaton. Certainly got players underneath it. Scotland under a little bit of pressure. I mentioned their last international game for Scotland where they lost 24-19 to Ireland. They actually beat Ireland earlier on this year by 20 points to 6, scoring 4 tries in the process. So they can trouble the scorers, this Scotland side. But deep inside their own half at the minute as Elmsley plays it. Comes across. That tackle comes in. Luke Punton just moving that ball and it's gone loose, but there's a penalty here. Elliot Campbell winning that penalty. Hands in from England. I think Graney was the guilty party on that occasion. Ball come down this right hand side. It's another set of 6 tackles here for Scotland. Good field position just inside the England half. Dan May to tap. Looks for support. It arrives quickly in Lyle Wilson, who gets dominated by 3 England defenders, but he's up quickly to play it, and it's into the middle of the field. Good link-up play. And Kyle McCulloch is downed 30 metres away from the try line, directly in front of the posts. Let's move one pass to the left. That's the way to run onto a ball. Good surging forward there from Elliot Campbell. Now it's played out to the left. Punton keeps it moving. He's off to New Zealand at the end of the year. Former Bradford Bulls player. 15 metres away from the try line of Scotland. Asking some questions. Punton taking over again. Little chip over the top from Punton. He's chasing after it. Has it come up for him? Oh, there's an offside call. Unfortunate there for Scotland. It was a beautiful bit of play that from Punton. Nearly went all Steve-O on you there, calling the little chip over the top. Still it remains 6 points to 0 in favour of the England Community Lions under 18 side. Glorious day down here at Twist Lane, home of Leigh Miners Rangers. So touch to be taken by Kellett. Forward come England. They'll surely look to build it steadily from this position. Big run coming in there from Brandon Tickle. Did well there, did Tickle. Another Leigh Miners player. Comes down this left hand side. Excellent link up. Brilliant work. It's released Adam Livesey. And he's just dragged down. Some good cover defence there from Scotland. Leading the way was Brown. Good solid run by Evan Jones. He's shown up really well in these first 15-16 minutes. Kellett plays it on to O'Loughlin. He'll take those sort of hits all day with O'Loughlin. Wrestled to the ground. Last tackle has been reached. Ball move right. Kick comes in from Heaton. Looked like there was a little bit too much on that, but the fullback popped up to grab it. Did well there, did Max Anderson-Moore. But Scotland under a bit of pressure. England again attacking through their defence. 3 players put into that latest stop. Scotland just 5 metres away from their own line. Working their way steadily down that left hand side. But look at the numbers in that defence. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of this game as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you via our league. My name's Dave Parkinson. Delighted to be alongside cameraman Terry Gorman for this one. As the ball's whipped into their middle from the Scottish forwards. It's Elmsley again, he's shown up well in these early stages. Kick comes in from Punton. Delicate kick forward. His kicking game has really shown up in this first quarter as Punton. Nice forcing England back, so 6 points to 0. That earlier try from Kellett coming after 12 minutes, goal by Heaton. And that is all that we've got on the scoreboard at this moment in time. Just getting outside the first quarter of this game. Intriguing battle between these two sides. As it's taken forward again off that scrum by Evan Jones. Stockdale with the latest run from dummy half. Substitute is on for England in Matty Ellis, formerly of Shevington Sharks, now of Latchford Albion. He's dad amongst the coaching staff of the next England game that you're going to be watching in our league after this one, when the Northwest Lionhearts take on Germany. That's a good run through midfield, just half checked in defence. Quick play the ball, Ellis works it left. Some good link up play here between players. Jack Stevenson with another solid surge down this left hand side. Last tackle reached. England moving the ball across. Heaton gets his kick away. That one doesn't find anybody, in fact it just finds dead in goal. And they'll be brought back out to the 20 metre line. Tap start and 7 tackle set as well. No one was particularly ready for it. And he's forced to go back to tap. Is Ewan Caldwell. Made a good 5 or 6 metres there, did Caldwell. Now May shifting it to the right hand side. Defence showing up in numbers once again. Scotland just 30 metres away from their own line, trying to bash their way through the middle. That's a better drive. Still well controlled. O'Loughlin and Ellis with the defensive duties there. Kick comes in from Punton. Down the touchline it goes, straight into the arms there of Adam Livesey. Just well to get back to the middle of the field. curved his way back in field, made about 10 metres as well. Ellis picks up out of dummy half, one pass to the right hand side. Another run coming in from Stockdale. And again looking to play the ball out to the right. There's a gap there. And a spinning, twisting run coming in there. Picked up again. Is that Stockdale? Taking another carry. Changes made amongst the England ranks. Bring you up to date with those as soon as I can. As the ball went down this left hand side again. Stevenson seeing a lot of the ball in these early stages. Ball back once again with Heaton. Skies it. Difficult one for the fullback to take, and he doesn't take it at first time of asking. Takes it second time and gets bundled behind his in goal area. It's going to be a drop out from under the post. It's an old rugby league saying, isn't there? Never let a ball bounce, and the fullback being guilty of it there. Max Anderson Moore. Sure, if he had his time again, he'd attack that with a lot more composure and confidence. But as it is, Scotland conceding the dropout from underneath their posts. Scots still trail by 6 points to 0. That's England try coming after 12 minutes from Kellett. Long dropout taken by Stockdale. This time he turns. Finds the run there of Aston Mossop. The Millen player charges forward, gets towards the 20-metre line. It's picked up by Ellis. One pass to the left-hand side. Good running once more by Stevenson. Really looks like he's going to pierce this line on occasion as O'Loughlin rolls it forward. Through a little bit of a dummy as well. Very deft play that from O'Loughlin. Wrestling with 2 or 3 players. 5 metres out from the line. He's wrestling, but the penalty goes against him. Would perhaps have been better advised just to take the challenge, but it's easy for me to say not in the heat of the battle in the middle of that field. Players clinging on. Scotland winning this penalty though. Taking the ball down this right hand side, as you can see, directly in front of us. It's had to be taken by Armitage. He's got his Scotland debut this afternoon. The ball will be played to him now. Scoots the ball left. This defence is very, very good from England. Very composed. The wall of white working to great effect at the moment. Again, Scotland trying to escape their own 20-metre line, having trouble. Armitage passes left. Here's Elmsley. As well as Elmsley. Gets outside his own 40-metre line. Loaded that blind side as Punton plays it off. Nice stepping run forward, but eventually dealt with. But they've gained their way inside the England half of Scotland. Ball back, kick to come in. Puts plenty of height on it, does Max Anderson Moore. Give Stockdale a bit to think about, but he takes it well and launches the counter-attack. Good run. Took the full hit there of Lyle Wilson. We'll play it to Livesey. Good 10 metres, 12 metres gained by Livesey. He's still going, eventually scragged. That's a good old Lee saying. Right round the neck area. And infield it's moved. Jones doing well. Evan Jones will play it to Ellis. He keeps it down this left hand side, but there's a step in run. Dummy's left, dummy's right. Ennis is eventually tackled. Ellis picks up out of dummy half. Stockdale kept it moving. Building this set well on the edge of the 20-metre line. Ball moved down the right hand side. Kick comes in this time from Heaton. It's contested. Scotland have got it. Did really well out on that far side, did Ewan Caldwell. Scotland back in possession. Still finding the going tough through that middle. Winning a penalty though. Just holding on a little bit too long, England. Referee having a warning on the fly there, or giving a warning on the fly I should say. 6 points to 0 in favour of England. Scotland though trying everything they know, sticking well in this game. Not sure quite how much they expected of that though. Still inside their own half here, Scotland. There's Emsley. Gets to his feet. Plays it to Armitage. Good movement initially, but well stopped there, and Andrew McKee. Ball comes down the right hand side. Good link up play to Max Anderson Moore, who half stepped the defence but then found his progress stopped on the 40-metre line. Good solid surge through the middle. Scotland setting themselves up well. There's Campbell directly in the middle of the field. Last tackle signal. Ball on the left hand side. Punton steps around. He's been caught. That's a great defensive play. The ball comes out the back though. They've launched another attack here of Scotland. That's a good run, but he's lost his footing, and that'll be a turnover. Well, real sprightly play there from Fergus Simpson. Good player in his own right is Fergus Simpson. Newcastle Thunder player. Big future ahead of him. It's not a bad place to turn over possession though, 20 metres away from your opponent's try line. England, as I mentioned, leading by 6 points to nil, just a one try, bringing it down the left hand side. There's O'Loughlin again. So quite a few carries since he's gone on. Almost half an hour gone. And that's a great run forward from England, and Mossop. In fact, it's Tickle, I do apologise. And the forward pass comes in, so a little bit scrappy from England on that occasion. George Hurst well controlled. So, good chance here for Scotland. Still just inside their own half. Intriguing battle for you here on Our League this morning. From a sun-drenched Twist Lane in Leigh. I've not been able to say that very often. Scotland player rolled over on his back. Armitage at dummy half, looking to ship this ball right, and does. Little dummy, little surge forward. Palladino is controlled just over the halfway line though. That's a big run as well by Terrell. Terrell plays it. Ball on his left hand side. Good work. Simpson finding an eager runner to his left. They've got some good field position here of Scotland. Once again, there's McKee on the edge of that 20-metre line. Last tackle signalled here. Where's this going? It'll go to the left. Punton through hands. Good ball. Oh, lovely play from the Scots. It's keeping the ball alive on the last tackle, but some solid defence, composed stuff on that touchline from England. That's been a key part of this England play so far. They've looked so composed in defence despite Scotland's best efforts, and there's plenty of constructive rugby being played out there. There's George Hurst from the Stanley Club is Hurst. Stockdale. Half burst through from him. He'll play this to Ellis. One pass to the left, another pass down this left hand side. Good defence there. Big defence and Asty Mossop. England still trying to get further downfield. Ellis, ambitious pass wide. I'm not quite sure what Evan Jones was doing, sneaking out there on the wing, but it was a good run from him nonetheless. Ball back in the middle. Mossop again. Another player who's certainly chewing up the metres since going on the field. Last tackle has been reached. Ball to the right. Kick comes in from Heaton. Skies it once more. Anderson Moore takes it. Stepping, stuttering run. Gains about 5 or 6 metres. And a couple post contact as well. They'll play it just to the left hand side of those posts. And they'll run back into the middle. But another well controlled attacking defensive effort from England. This line speed particularly good from the English side. Armitage looking to his left, looking for inspiration. Mackie tries to provide it. All caught though. Ball move left. There's Emsley. He'll play it inside his own half. Kick to come in. It's a huge one from Pullen. Stockdale allows it to bounce. Attacks it at the second time of asking. He's got work to do. And that's great defence. Excellent work from Lyle Wilson. Livesey picks up, tries to skirt his way through the defence, but it's tough. It's hard to gain metres. Oh, but that'll help England gain a few metres there, giving away the penalty. Just being guilty of holding down. Go forward a further 10 metres here, England. And Ellis will tap it, some 30 metres from his own line. That's a great run forward from England. What a way to start the set that is. 10 metre power pack run. Hurst looking to follow it up with likewise. Dragging a trail of defenders with him. Ellis moves it left. First carry coming in there from Tyler Hart. Hart plays it. Dummy from Ellis. Then he links with the halfbacks. Oh, good ball. Out to Livesey, but just drifted forward. Could see the effort there. Expansive play from England. Maybe a booting touch as well. "34 minutes gone or thereabouts. 6 points to nil in favour of England. It's intriguing, it's close, it's tight, it's everything you want of a test match. So scrum to we've had here by Scotland, and Palladino, who's shown up pretty well. Crossfields man. Ball amongst the back line. Simpson dummies one way or the other, wins a penalty. Well, they're never really out of this game of Scotland. You just get the feeling if England keep giving away these penalties, it won't be long till the Scots are knocking on that door. So Armitage taps, Rowan Armitage finds some support, and the defence finds him as well. 4 players involved in that stop. Slow play the ball. Infield it comes to Lyle Wilson. Strong running but equally strong defence as well. Scotland just over the halfway line as Armitage picks up, sends it left, link up play amongst the forwards. Whoa! Big collision, and then he's thrown the ball away. Well, he was trying to inspire something there, was Palladino, but I think got his compass all wrong after that hit.
I can't understand these two.
Still it remains 6 points to nil in favour of England. England with the put in at this particular scrum. Standing back to take this one forward is Tyler Hart. 15 appearances for Stanningley this season, 5 tries as well from the big youngster. Played second row against Wales the other week. He's also quite an accomplished goal kicker, you know, as well. Trying 3 goals on that occasion for England. He's certainly put his hand up at the back of this scrum as lots of water being passed around. Quite tempted for a drink myself. The bar just behind me here at Lee Miners. Ball comes out. Scotland go on the attack. There's Max Anderson Moore, Barrow Island player. Ball move right. Well, they're very industrious of these Scotland players. There's Palladino taking the ball on himself. Armitage has some support to his left hand side. Big run coming in by Connor Terrell. Certainly got the size to terrorise the defence, hasn't he? Terrell stands up and plays it. Ball to the left. Good work from Ferguson. Out to Max Anderson-Moore. No way through for him on this occasion. Control to the ground, particularly there by Hurst. Last tackle signal here. Goes down the left-hand side. Ferguson through hands. He works his way out to the wing, but it's very scrappy. And indeed, there's an error on that last play, so it's going to be turnover. Once again, England can breathe a sigh of relief. I liked a lot of what Scotland were doing there in that particular set, though. They were moving England around, forcing the defence to come up at different angles. And you get the feeling that could potentially be their way forward. But it's England back in possession. Ellis moves into dummy half, scoops it up and sends it left for Livesey, who's been full of running. And he's outside his own 30-metre line. Ellis looking round, head on a swivel, wins the penalty though, does Livesey. Use of a knee there from Jack McMillan. Disappointing from McMillan. Gifting England another set of 6 tackles coming in. When you've got a man like that who surges onto the ball in Jack Stevenson, well, you know you've got issues. Scotland meet him head on though. Doesn't gain too much traction. Ball move right off that ruck. Good hand off, big hand off. Excellent surge forward by Mossop. Oh, he's really left a Scotland player in all kinds of issues there. Elbow or a shoulder problem, I'll feel from looking at it. Fair play to the medical staff as well, quickly on to see it. They know that the change is going to have to be made as well. That's a real blow. Destructive running forward there from Mossop. Another player from Millen. Another player that started against Wales. And Mossop, a guy that's played 20 times in the NCL this year. That is a real blow for Scotland, losing their scrum half. Warren Palladino having to go off the field. In pretty good form in this game as Palladino. Let's see how Scotland adapt, but England doing all the running at the moment. Deft little play amongst the halfbacks. Ennis working that right hand side. England still in possession. Running right through the middle. Brandon Tickle, 5 metres out from that line, directly in front of the post. Ellis has options to the left, uses them. It comes further out. Oh, and then the ball just goes to ground. Chance goes begging for England. Jack Stevenson involved in that one. So too was James Ennis. The ball eventually finding the floor and finding Scotland hands. Still just 6 points to nil. Scotland giving a great account of themselves. A particularly plucky effort from them. Battling their way forward and winning a penalty there. Just tipped on his head. He can't do that. Kyle McCulloch feeling the full force of that one. Referee will have a quick chat. I'm sure he'll tell Brandon Tickle exactly the same thing I've just said. Kept a good handle on this game as our match official. We'll come forward again. Will Scotland? So tap taken by Luke Punton. He looked around for some support. And that is the last tackle of this particular half. It's been a half dominated by defence. It's been a very constructive half, very industrious from both sets of players. England just edging it by virtue of that 12th minute try. Went the way of Keller, converted by Heaton. 6 points to nil in favour of the Community Lions. But another 40 minutes to come. Don't go anywhere here on Our League. We've got it all covered for you, and we'll be back inside the next 10 minutes with all the action from the second half.
Only when taking tea. See that out?
So who's he going to be? Frankie Lyon.
Okay, welcome back to Twist Lane here at Lee Miners Rangers. Delighted to be joined by two of the Community Lions touring party. Who have I got with me? Do you want to introduce yourself, lads?
Yeah, I'm Freddie Walker.
Frank King.
You can give it a bit more buzz than that, lads. You know, tell us a little bit about how you've got to this sort of stage. What was the selection process like?
Yeah, I'm Freddie Walker. Play for Siddle amateur team. Play fullback for them. Presume I've had a good season, so honoured to be selected to play for England.
Yeah, I think it started some time ago with the trial games down at Lee Miners. So I think it's been mentioned about 80 people there, and that was selected people rather than just turning up. So it was a tough competition, to be honest. So it's honoured to be where we're at now and given the chance to go. Yeah.
Now, it would be fair to say that over the last few years, I've seen a little bit of you when you've been down playing games in Lee. My club's Lee East, so you haven't played Lee East for a couple of seasons now, I know. But it's always good to get and be part of a tour, isn't it? I know I can speak from my own point of view. I was on the Barla tour last year.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to with this one?
Looking forward to everything about it, really. I mean, it's an honour to represent your country. You get to meet new people, see new places. So it's not just about the rugby, as daft as that sounds. That's the most important part, but it's life experiences. You get a chance to go to New Zealand, which is a place I would have probably never got to. So a bit nervous about playing the Kiwis, obviously, and the Maoris. But yeah, it should be a good experience.
Yeah, they're usually big boys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Probably quite skillful as well. Obviously, we both toured Fiji 3 years ago now, and they were good teams as well that we played there. Very physical, but I think these Maoris probably be a bit bigger, probably be able to throw the ball about a bit more as well.
Now, you've already indicated there, haven't you, Freddie, that you've had previous experience of touring. You both have had previous experience of touring. Is there any lads that are going on this tour where it's like the first time?
I think there is, yeah. Obviously, we've not trained a lot together yet, so there's still a few lads who we need to know a bit more about. But yeah, it's definitely the first time for some of the players. Yeah.
So I suppose what I was getting at is you two are a bit more established then in that case, are you? You can pass your experiences on a little bit.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Say where the old ones are, Fred.
yeah.
I was trying to be diplomatic there.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, our experiences will help other players who are less experienced throughout the tour. Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about this tour as well is that it's also going to be shown on television, isn't it? What's your thoughts on being beamed back to your loved ones over here in the UK?
No pressure then. But no, it gives family and friends, the people, a chance at home to, if they couldn't travel over there themselves, to watch it. And because obviously you're making your family proud, you're making your friends proud, and your club proud. Because at the end of the day, we all got our own local clubs, so it's about everyone really. So yeah, it gives them an opportunity to see what level of competition we're playing against.
Thanks for mentioning that and giving me a nudge in the ribs. Local clubs, I mean, that's where it's all about, isn't it? I mean, yourself with Wathbrow, what a season it's been, getting top of the tree.
Yeah, this year alone it's been a successful season, but at the same time a bit frustrating really to finish top and then fall away at the last two games and not make it to the grand final was disappointing. But at the same time, you still got to take some credit out of that, because to finish top of any league campaign's a massive achievement. So yeah, pretty proud of that, but just a shame we couldn't get over the line at the end.
Siddle, Freddie, always one of the top teams in the division. How have you seen your season going?
Yeah, bit of a shock that we got to the playoffs really. We weren't expected to get there, I don't think, because we've had a transition period. A couple of years ago we were always finishing top three, and won the league as well. So we've got some young lads in these last two seasons, and we were very pleased to make the playoffs, and did quite well in the playoffs as well. Got to a quarter final. Bit good to not make it any further, but yeah, we'll build on back of that and hopefully be up there again next season.
It's great seeing both of you today. Best of luck on the tour. I'll be watching and rooting for you from afar.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Welcome back to second half coverage here on the Our League app. It's England Community Lions under 18s taking on Scotland under 19s. And we've seen a really close, tight first half with England just edging it by 6-0. I'm Dave Parkinson, delighted to be joined alongside me in commentary for this second half, and none other than Richard Owen, the Community Lions head coach, just about to head off to New Zealand. Glad to have your company, Richard.
Thanks, Dave.
So we'll see how things develop as England take first use of possession. I'll probably be asking you a little bit more as we go on about what you've got planned for the boys over in New Zealand.
Yeah,
what you're expecting.
Yeah.
But how did you see that first half?
Yeah, physical. I think the Scottish guys are slightly older in age, which shows a little bit. I think they're very, very physical. I think to keep this England side to 6 points at half time was a great achievement from them, but it's very physical, and no quarter being given at the minute. Definitely not, as England pushing forward. Ellison at dummy half, he'll pass to the left hand side, good link up play. Oh, and then the mistake just comes in. It's going to be picked up by Scotland, unable to make much advantage of that. I like that movement though, Richard. Very good, yeah, they split off the ruck a little bit there, didn't they, trying to get to them edges. I think obviously Alan has spoke to the English boys at half time about probably getting about the pitch a little bit more. I think they looked to try and go through the middle of Scotland in the first half, where I was just looking at the left centre there for England, that Kieran Lawton. First half was a big threat. I think to try and get the ball out to his edge. Also, we've got Oliver Lewis on as well. He's out on this right wing as Scotland attack from the scrum, unable to get much further forward. Ferguson in at dummy half, he'll pass to the right hand side. Good tackling again. And this has been a hallmark of the England defence, hasn't it? 3 in, slowing the play of the ball down. They have for sure, yeah. It's obviously something they've worked on. They've got 3 in and the chop at the knees, and yeah, they're getting back in the line pretty quick and getting set, which to be fair they've got to, because I think Scotland's plan is to go straight through the middle of England from how they're looking at the minute, and that's the plan, but at the minute they're holding strong. Here's Punton, he's been lively for the Scots, picked up out of dummy half this time by May, darts for the middle, gains about 10 metres. Last tackle has been reached. Our referee Denton Arnold raises his arm aloft. I think they've made a few changes at half time, England as well. I can't see Kieran Lawton out there at the minute, so I think they might have moved the back row out to that edge over there. Not sure whether he's injured. That ball taken by Livesey. He had a good first half, didn't he? Had a lot thrown at him. Yeah, very strong. Looking to come away from their own end. Leading defensive duties there, Dan May again, and it's a knock on from England. Just what the Scots ordered. Yeah, and I think there was a bit of that in the first half as well. The Scots got a bit of joy coming when England were coming out of their end, and it takes them a while to get field position against this big Scottish pack again. So I don't think that was in Alan's plan to start the second half. So whilst we've got this brief stoppage, you're heading up the England Community Lions tour to New Zealand. What are you expecting of them? From us or them? Well, it's an open question. Yeah, for both, I mean, from us, the boys have been brilliant. You know, they've been together now a few months, and number of training sessions and things are starting to come to how we want them. From what we're expecting over there, I think the quality and the standard will be fantastic. The tier 2, we'll actually be playing against a tier 2 comp, so we're expecting some big, rough, tough, skillful Kiwi players there for sure. It's got to be said though, I mean, you have the pick of the amateur players in this country, haven't you? Yeah, so basically we can pick the best amateur players from all over the country, which is the selection process has allowed us to do. We've been trial games from different tiers and selected the best from there, and then they went into another trial game which was an East v West, and then we selected a squad from that, a 40-man squad from that, and then that's been whittled down. We'll travel with 22 players, which is a bit scarce for 3 test matches in 9 days, but that's what we've got, and hopefully we'll be we'll have enough bodies to do it.
Plenty more from Richard to come, but Scotland on the attack. Tricky little kick, but just a little bit too much on it from Luke Punton. I like the effort though. He varies his game a lot, doesn't he, Punton?
He's kicked well. I think he's kicked very well, actually. I mean, obviously that one didn't serve up for him. He's got it dead, so it's a 7-tackle restart. But yeah, in first quarter as well, he kicked really well in this game.
So England back in possession. That's Lewis. Oliver Lewis doing well down this right hand side. I have a correction as well. George Hurst, who came on, I think mistakenly said he played for Stanley in the first half. I've been corrected. Dewsbury Moor Maroons. I don't mean to cause any eruptions in Yorkshire. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Forward go England, crossing the halfway line. Again, it's tight. It's really good defensively from both teams so far in this game. Oh, interception. Interception by Lyle Wilson. He's down the right hand side. Has he got the pace? He's going to be dragged down. How did they manage to get across there?
Great tackle, yeah.
But Scotland
England are back in force as well, Dave, there.
Flooding forward, but like Richard mentioned, lots and lots of white shirts back in place. Now the set. Go down the blind side. Good defence. Really good defence over on that far side of the field. Bit of an injury picked up there though, I fear.
Again, England have served up a bit of ball there. That, they're back in their own end again, trying to get out, which again was what happened in the first 20 minutes of this game in the first half. I think if they get some field position, I think they might just be a little bit more clinical in Scotland, but they've got to get that field position to get there, but they're not managing that at the minute.
So a bit of patch-up work being done amongst the England ranks. It would be remiss of me not to have you alongside me and mention your great stint that you've had at Thato.
Yeah, we've had a good 3 years, and more importantly, a great time as well, Dave. If I'm being honest, with a good group of blokes too.
I can tell that. I know from everyone that I've ever met from Thato, it's there's a real togetherness about that club, isn't there?
There is. They're really strong in the open age section to put 3 teams on the park week in, week out, and good group of coaches around us as well. And yeah, the play's been really good, and we ended up having a fantastic Challenge Cup run, which actually affected our league standing, our league position as well, which meant we finished 4th, but to get to a grand final from 4th was good, and unfortunately Golden Point in extra time beat us, but yeah, a great year all round.
Have you recovered from that blow?
I've not been able to watch it back yet, Dave. I'm still a little bit sore from it, but
I'll move on then. I don't want to upset you too much.
I was proud of them, to be honest. To a man, I couldn't ask for much more than what they delivered and how tough they were, and I think the spectacle itself. 2 fantastic teams. It
was a brilliant game, really brilliant game. A real credit to National Conference League.
Yeah, the conditions helped. Obviously, it dried up for the game, and you've got 2 very skillful teams, and I thought they delivered and everything they did. But I think second half we went 18 from 19 sets, and we kicked really well. So you couldn't split the 2 teams. That's why it was 14 all at full time, I suppose.
Here's Scotland on the charge, 5 metres away from the line, moving the ball into the middle. Oh, and then it's just juggled. Still we play on though. 5 metres away from the line, last tackle signalled. Ball to be moved left. Another interesting kick forward. He's after it. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. It's going to be a dropout from under the post.
Yeah, I see England have replaced Brandon Tickle with Matty Ellis at 9. He's looking quite lively out of there, Dave.
Certainly is. That was a great kick coming in once again from Punton. Chased after it, just about being shuffled dead.
He was hungry for it, wasn't he?
Certainly was. So Scotland again. Ball back. That's Kyle McCulloch. Did some solid work in the first half. 30 metres away from the try line. Ball put to the left hand side. Max Anderson Moore drifts across, drags defence into him. That defence excellent once more. George Hurst controlling it, pushing the man back. Ellis also involved. Here's Terrell, another one of those stars of the college game. Ball pass right. Punton keeps it moving. Good hit once again in defence from England, who still lead by 6 points to 0 in this one. But Scotland asking the questions, coming down the left hand side with that kick. It bounces up fortuitously for Lewis. but all he sees is those blue jumpers in front of him. Good chase.
They just need something here, England, don't they? A penalty or something, or get to an edge and maybe get some metres out of Scotland to try and get some field position. They've been penned down here now for 10 minutes.
Stockdale plays it. Is it coming from this? Well, that tackle looked a little suspect at first look. He's okay though in the eyes of the referee. Ellis appealing for a penalty. It's a slow play the ball.
He knocked on the rock again, so Scotland get another shot at him. I don't know how much longer England can hold out for here.
Fair play to Scotland as well. They've really come out with a plan this second half, haven't they?
Yeah, and they're not giving sloppy penalties away either, Dave, which is why they've got field position. Pressure's on.
Definitely is. What sort of messages would you be sending out at this particular point from an England point of view?
Oh, it's probably a real simple one. It's probably exactly the same that's coming from the England coaching staff at the minute. Is just get to your kick. Be honest, get to your kick. I mean, if you keep serving the ball up for Scotland and letting them have another bash at you, eventually you're going to crack. So, real big set for England this. They need a mistake, force a mistake out of Scotland, hopefully get the ball back and try and get some field position.
Just looking, Jack McMillan's being patched up at the back there for Scotland. He's been pretty good. Started the game out in the centres, just moved to the back row.
He's carried well, hasn't he? Big unit.
They've got themselves organised. McMillan will take a spot out of the limelight for a little while. Ball passed down this left hand side. Good work, Ferguson. Just seemed to escape the clutches of two there. 5 metres away from the line. Is it building for Scotland? It comes in field for Simpson.
That's what England needed. That's what England needed, a forced pass.
Ellis picks up. Referee just pointing everyone back on side. And here's Stockdale. Captain's knock. He's done well with his carries as well, hasn't he, the fullback?
He's elusive, isn't he? He's got in between them quite a bit and got some good metres out of there.
Another solid run. England making metres pretty well in this set.
I think this is the first time they've actually approached the halfway line in the 10 minutes of this game, to be honest.
Ellis passing to his right hand side. Little inside ball. Maybe that's where there is space.
Yeah, I think if they get field position, they start to ask a few questions.
Ball played. Ellis works it left. Another straightforward drive.
He's carried hard, hasn't he?
Big carry from Stevenson. Really impressed me as Stevenson in this game. Now it's Mossop. Grounded on that 20 metre line, right in the middle of the field. Last tackle signal. Look up blind side. They've got something set up, but it's been played at.
It's a knock on, surely.
I think that was a knock on.
He's not give it.
He's racing away here. Second time he's racing away, but the defence chases back.
I'm sure he got a hand to that, didn't he, Dave?
I thought he got a hand to it, I've got to be honest.
England back in their own quarter again.
Scotland aren't complaining. They're hitting forward. There's Punton moving the ball. Scrappy pass.
Oh dear.
This is issues. There's issues here for England. This is had a finish. He's had a try. It certainly is. And Ewan Caldwell scores it in the corner.
A little bit unlucky there, England. I mean, I was pretty sure that they got the upfield with field position there, and the last tackle they decided to run it. But I'm pretty sure he got a hand to that, and it was a knock on. But I could be wrong.
Good movement when it did come out to the left hand side, though. It must be said they executed it well.
They executed the play very well to finish it off.
6 points to 4.
Kick to come.
I was going to say game on, but it's always been game on at 6-0, hasn't it, really?
I suppose it has.
Max Anderson-Moore with the kick on goal. Now, I don't want to hex him, but he kicked 3 from 3 in his last international.
Is that what he did?
He did.
Is he left or right footed, do we know?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I should have asked him before the start, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Taking his time.
I think the messages will just be going on to the England team about respecting the ball a little bit more and playing in the right areas, I suppose. But the last set was good. Real unfortunate from there, and they've conceded.
Just shows how cruel a game rugby league can be, doesn't it? Anderson-Moore concentrates, steps in, Has he hit the range? Oh, it's a great kick.
That's all, yeah. You were right, Dave. He can kick.
And he's a right-footed kicker for reference.
Right-footed, yeah. Right side of the field for him too, eh?
So 6 points each. It's probably no less than that Scotland deserve, in all honesty. I think they've been very industrious.
England were going to crack at some point. Unfortunately, it was when they was at the wrong end of the field. But yeah, they were going to get them at some point, I thought.
So restart, back on the halfway line. I'm Dave Parkinson, delighted to be alongside Richard Owen, Community Lions coach, whose squad head off to New Zealand in how long? In about 4 weeks' time, is it?
No, next Saturday we travel.
Sorry.
Yeah, a week today we travel, yes. We're over there for just over 2 weeks.
It's a lot of acclimatisation to do in a short space of time, isn't there?
Yeah, you've got to hit the ground running. I think we get there on the Monday, and our first test match is on the Thursday, so there's not a lot of time to get through the jet lag and get the guys on the field.
That's a great kick forward from Punton. Bounces, bobbles, heads towards the touchline, finds the touch. Is it a 40-20? Is it a 40-20?
I was watching it from the canteen.
Oh. Referee just checks with his touch judge. Yes, it is.
He was inside, yeah. He's giving him inside.
What a super kick that was from Punton. Another example of
great kick down the hill there, yeah. He's sussed the pitch out, hasn't he?
Definitely. Scotland looking to get things underway as quickly as possible. Punton taps. Quick pass to his right hand side to Terrell. Connor Terrell forced to the ground. O'Loughlin clings onto him. May passes right. Dummy comes in from Punton. He heads back down the left. Big defence. He seemingly had an overlap there just for a second.
Big defensive set this for England. They need to hold them out here.
Can they do just that? Certainly the efforts there of Lewis Lang to get forward from Scotland.
Right, okay.
Ball move right. Oh, and it's bobbled and it's been knocked on there. Chance goes to begging.
I think England have brought Brandon Tickle back on at hooker. He's a good defender. I watched him in the first half. Great defender.
They've also brought Conor Graney back on as well, who had a big impact the first 20 minutes.
I think that's Tom O'Loughlin at 16 as well, an ex-Wigan scholar. Good to see him back in the community game.
Done well for Lancashire in recent seasons as well, played for 17s and 19s. So England go on the attack from the scrum. I'm sure the word will just be complete the set. Let's see how they can do. Well, there's Graney pushing forward, getting over the 30-metre line. Ellis head on a swivel again. Takes it left. Big surge, big carry. Good defence from Scotland, just controlling things at the moment. Graney takes another carry, his second of the set. He's been sent on with that message, just perk us up round the middle.
I think that's right, yeah, he's doing just that too.
Ellis looking
Nice
for a
play.
runner. It's provided by Hurst. He'll stand and play it. Ball on this right hand side. Kick comes in. Oh, it's been charged down.
You just can't get a break, England, can they? You just can't get a break.
Picked up by Fergus Simpson. Alert play from him nonetheless. Scotland looking more dangerous as the game wears on. Punton twisting and spinning. Plays this ball to May, who darts away. Takes the challenge of Josh Milne. Punton at dummy half once more. Pops it to the right. Elliot Campbell with the drive. They're making huge dints in this England defence now.
They're just camping here again, Dave, aren't they? You know, there's nothing fancy from them. They're just punching at that middle, trying to find a way through.
Terrell takes on 4. Last tackle signalled here. Armel off from our referee. Not sure whether that was the play they were looking for on the last though.
No, I don't think so.
Not a bad place to turn over though, having
England
said that.
off the hook again, yeah, see if they can get out from here this time.
Bit of a blow there for Emsley. He's been amongst Scotland's best today, I feel. So I'm going to put the boot on the other foot. If you're the Scotland coaching staff, What messages are you getting out there at this stage?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Like we said earlier on, go hard at the middle. They're getting through the sets. Obviously, they didn't get to a kick on that play, but they've got field position. They just keep punching away at the middle. Eventually, they're going to hope England are going to crack.
They gradually seem to be getting on top, don't they?
They're not fancy. I think England have a little bit more football in them, but they've just not had the field position to play that. When they get down here, England look quite good with the ball. Scotland are just doing it rough and tough and punching at that middle hard.
Let's see whether England can get some field position on this set. They've got it all to do. Just 5 metres away from their own line to start it. Ellis, this time will move it left. There's Graney again. Rolled over on his back. Good winning defence that from Scotland. Dan May doing the controlling. There's O'Loughlin. More solid work from him. Plays it to Ellis, who plays it off left. Oh, what's our referee spotted here? A penalty to go against.
Mouthing at the ruck, descent at the ruck. I was just going to say, I think England need to concentrate on just trying to get an early kick away to try and put Scotland back in their own end, and then they give a silly penalty away at the ruck.
They've been rattled here, really.
Going for goal as well, yeah.
Can't blame him for going for goal. Max Sanderson more successful with his last one off the touchline. You could say his danders up after that one.
Yeah, I think with a goal kicker like that, I think you would opt for the 2, wouldn't you? 8-6. You've probably just jinxed him there, Dave.
I'm used to it. I've been doing it all season. I've been praising players, and next thing you know, they've come with the shocker.
Commentator's curse.
It's funny, the guys behind our league said that. We said, we know you're on commentary because you always mention commentator's curse at least once.
Yeah.
Or you say one thing and the exact opposite happens.
Yeah. Let's see how he goes.
He is directly in front. He's about 30 metres away from those posts. Shirley just needs to strike it. Crowd watch is on. A little bit of a hush around us. And the flags are raised. 8 points to 6 in favour of Scotland. Not sure how much this would have been in the plans at half time.
No, like I said, I think England made a few changes, and I think it's just disrupted them a little bit. I see they've just brought Kieran Lawton back on. Just going to kick off for England now. I was impressed with him in the first half. Thought he made a couple of really good shots on that right edge, and his carries are real good.
It's a high-hanging restart as well. A real contest. It's palm back. Can England get to it first? No.
England tough call again. He pulled him back there, I think, but referee didn't see it.
Lewis Lang first to it. Ball comes in field. Emsley. Grady whacks him.
He didn't miss.
Ball comes in field to Terrell. It's the only way to combat the big fellas.
Yeah,
put the numbers on.
They've perked up a little bit, England, haven't they?
Playing for the penalty. It's not forthcoming for Scotland. There's May. Gains 5 metres. I'll get a few more now. Just found a hole in the back there. 25 metres away from the try line. Ball on this left-hand side. Good play. Good defence as well by Lewis on this near side. He'll play this ball to Caldwell. Back to Punton. High hanging kick. That's a difficult one. Oh, well taken. What a composed take that was under pressure. England, though, crucially, just 2 metres away from their own line. Scotland in full flow defensively. Picked up out of dummy half and ran forward by Livesey. 10 metres away from his own line. I think that's Milne. Strong carry.
Scotland are just dominating this play of the ball, aren't they? It's real slow from England. They've got 3 men in the contact.
It just means you can't gain anything off the back of it. There's no traction, is there?
They need a good kick here, England, if they've struggled with this.
It's not a bad one from Lawton. Finds the grass. It'll bounce, it'll bobble. Will it hold up?
Stay in, yeah. Great kick.
It holds
great
up.
Kick, just what they needed.
What a super kick. What a good chase. And the Scotland player rolled over on his back as well for starters. And some more passes left. Ellis with the defensive duties. Helped out there by George Hurst. Comes down this left-hand side again. There's Fergus Simpson, all wrapped up on this occasion. Much better set defensively this from England. May drives forward. Just 30 metres gained so far from Scotland. Little scurry from Simpson. Been lively since he's gone on as Fergus Simpson. Punton, big kick forward. He'll just hold in the middle. Picked up by Livesey, who goes down the left-hand side, all wrapped up by 3.
I think this is probably the first time England started an attacking set in their own 40. I think that the rest of them have been off their own line. Let's see what they can come up with.
Well, they've won that just little bit of field position there, haven't they?
The arm wrestles in, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry.
England just edging their way forward. Milne passing for Conor Graney between a couple of defenders. Nice pick up out of dummy half and searched forward by Kellett. He was good in the first 20 minutes, was Kellett. Good tackle on Stockdale.
Well read.
Scotland still in front in this one by 8 points to 6. Ellis has spotted something. Oh, Lewis has put it down. It's a forward pass anyway. And listen to Punton bellowing down the ears of the players in
England
front of
just
him.
didn't get to a kick again, did they? And they're almost enemy at the minute. Probably just need to be a little bit more patient.
As expected, several players now playing the time of the game.
Yeah, how long are we in, Dave? What?
You can't blame them. I think we're about 25 minutes into the second half.
Still a lot of rugby to be played yet.
Run comes in. Lewis Lang. He's done some solid work as Lang down this left-hand side. Plays it to May. Punter.
That looked forward, didn't it?
It did look a little suspect. They're not hanging around to debate it though, as Emsley takes another carry. Punton again. Dummies left, dummies right. Takes it through the middle. There's a player there in that fella.
He's orchestrating things, hasn't he? He has done for the last 25 minutes, I think. He's in at first receiver quite a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Terrell. Again, cuts his way forward. Just 5 metres gain on this occasion. But at the right end of the field of Scotland, last tackle signalled, wrong end of the field for England. They put the pressure on. Punton gets his kick away. Tries to thread it through into the in-goal area.
Drop out.
And it's put dead, yes. It's that old rugby league adage, building pressure.
Yeah, Scotland's kicking game. They've asked questions with it, haven't they? Forced to drop out. That's probably where England are struggling a little bit at the minute to get that kick away and be a bit composed on the last tackle play. But yeah, they forced it again. England under pressure again.
Drop out taken from under the post by Lawton. It'll bounce, it'll bobble, it'll trickle to the halfway line. Look like a little knock on there. Got away with another one there, I feel.
Maybe. I didn't quite see it. I couldn't quite see whether it was, but the touch judge didn't wave anything, did he?
May moves it to the right hand side. Oh, that's a good run by Campbell.
Again, Scotland hard at the middle.
Been pretty destructive with his running as Campbell.
Nice and simple. Hard at the middle again.
Terrell with the next carry. Still going Terrell. Been in some real good form for Millen this season. Ball passed across to Punton, throwing a dummy. It's going close. Still a couple of metres to go. Dan May appeals for a quicker play of the ball. There's an injury there, I feel. And that'll be a body blow if Luke Punton's got to go off for Scotland.
Definitely, he's running the show out though, isn't he? He's involved in everything.
So I tell he's uncomfortable. But 8 points to 6. A real tough, tight slog.
He's on his feet. He's a tough kid. He's on his feet.
Punton does play it. Simpson gets it out to Max Anderson Moore. Oh, good work. Good work. Have they got in? They have got in.
I was just going to say, I think that's probably the first time this half Scotland have gone to an edge. And they've gone to an edge on the last tackle and got him.
Ryan Brown is just squeezing in at the corner.
Well executed as well.
There wasn't much space there, was there?
Oh, he finished it really well.
So Scotland now 12 points to 6 up with a kick to come. Got to applaud good play there, haven't you?
Definitely,
good execution.
yeah. You know, they were patient, they went hard at the middle, 4 carries at the middle really hard, and then pulled the trigger on the edge and the winger gets in the corner. You know, you've got to commend England. Have just done too much defending, but what they have done, they've done very well. I mean, to get unpicked on the edge, sometimes if it's a great play and they get you on the corner flag, then you've just got to live with that. They didn't come through the middle of them, which, you know, you've got to commend a little bit of England's defensive efforts there.
That's true. You always look at that, don't you, as a coach? You know, like, worried about you conceding your tries. You hate the players coming through the middle or scoring from dummy half.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, you pride yourselves on that, don't you? I'm sure England do the same at this level as well. But yeah, if somebody can, you know, string 3, 4, 5 passes together and beat the corner flag and get it down in the corner, sometimes you've just got to commend that play, and you know, you've done your job through the middle.
So Anderson Moore, this time from the opposite touchline.
See if you can curse him again, Dave.
What's he got from this angle? In he swoops, right-footed. That's nowhere near on this occasion.
One score in it.
Just the 6 points in it, as Richard mentioned. 12 points to 6 here at Twist Lane. And I've got to say, it's rare that we get to a grand final day and the sun's shining.
Do you know, with the players this morning, we was only talking about that. Yeah, it's good to see for a change, isn't it?
It is, yeah, I agree.
It makes for an exciting game tonight, for sure, with Salford and St Helens.
What's your thoughts on that one? Having coached these St Helens all year.
Yeah, listen, you know, I think it's fantastic for Salford to get there, and obviously there's a lot of people rooting them for the game. You know, I think if somebody put a gun to my head, I think as hot as St Helens are running at the minute, and they're still smarting from that Wembley defeat, aren't they? I just can't see St Helens falling short tonight.
I have to admit, I'm a bit the same. I've not had a cheeky bet because I don't know whether I can or not, but 12, I reckon a 12-point win for Saints.
Yeah, I think that, you know, they're big, strong, athletic, aren't they? And like I said, after the Wembley defeat, I think they're still hurting off the back of that a little bit. So I just can't see them making that same mistake again. But yeah, you know, Salford, great performance against Wigan, so you're only as good as your last performance. So yeah, but I'm expecting a great game. Talking
about hurt, England trying to put the hurt on with the defence. They've done well in this set as well. Scotland are only just over 30 metres away from their own line, and they'll put the pressure on now. Look at that, 2 players on him. Punton still gets the kick away. It's a high hanging one. It's bouncing in no man's land. Oh, it's been contested by May. Bounces up to Lewis. May drops on him. It's an injury here in the back play for England, but we'll play on for the meantime. It's not interfering with play as Livesey carries it into a 3-man challenge. Now our referee Denton Arnold will just stop. And that's sometimes what you get for putting kick pressure on, isn't it? That?
Yeah, I think he just caught his head there on the way through. Been an interesting 10 minutes there, but you can just see a little bit of fatigue setting in from both sets of players. And England have certainly done a lot more defending than Scotland, so you'd expect them to have a little bit less in the tank. But both sets of players look a little bit fatigued. Pitch is heavy. Interesting 10 minutes.
At this sort of level, I know we've got extended benches, and have we got unlimited substitutes? Is it a bit like the NCL for that?
Yes.
So you've maybe got 1 or 2 things that you can do, can't you, to rotate things?
Yeah, I think both benches have got 5 and 6 players on there. I just think sometimes it disrupts you a little bit, but if fatigue's setting in, you've not got a lot of choice, have you?
England down by 6 points. Plenty of concern being shown for the grounded comrade in the background here.
I think it's Kieran Lawton, isn't it, Dave?
Just trying to see.
Looks like he's got a head knock.
Silly one, heck of a knock that he took. I think you're right there, Richard.
England starting an attacking set virtually on the halfway line, so let's see what they can do. They just haven't put Scotland under any sort of pressure on defending their own line at this half at all. So let's see if they can come up with something, and maybe an error from Scotland.
Oh, he's really struggling there, is Lawton.
Yeah, it's a head knock, I think.
It's a sad blow.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him again.
So 12 points to 6. England up against it, but as Richard mentioned, look at this field position. If ever there was one that you could mark in the good ball column, this is it, coming up.
For sure. They've got to have a plan.
Certainly in an intriguing position, this game at the minute. England haven't really been able to ask too many questions this second half. What can they do in this set? Well, they're over halfway with the first carry. Kellett picks up, sends it right. Here's Milne. Big surge.
Got some good movement off the ball there, England as well, Dave.
I like that carry. It's really set a platform. Milne picks up one-handed, sends it left. Goes through hands again. Defence up to task on this occasion though. 20 metres away from the try line. Ball switched back into the middle. That's big Brandon Tickle. No nonsense carry. 15 metres away from the line. Down the left. Wide ball. England have got all nines rugby on this play. Oh, that kick's gone backwards. And it's been palmed forwards. And that was a terrible end to the set, it's got to be said.
They're just lacking a bit of composure. I think it's been the story of the half. We had to just get there and try and get the ball into the in goal and ask a question and try and create a repeat set out of Scotland, and yeah, we didn't really get to that, did we?
The previous 5 tackles were great. They all set the platform, didn't they? I
think all half we struggled to kick, haven't we? There's been a few times we've gone to last tackle play. I think it was an interception and then the charge down, and yeah, they've given up a bit of field position here and didn't ask any questions really with the kick.
That's a great tackle on Emsley. Real driving effort coming in there by Tyler Hart. I think it's Hart who's from Stanley, who I mistakenly gave his stats out in the first half. I've tried to keep them to a minimum this half, have you noticed? I will get to know these lads, I will get to know these players. But here's Punton, gets his kick away, we've not plenty of him.
Finds grass again, doesn't he?
That's a great kick.
Great kick.
Picked up by Livesey, he's got plenty of work to do, they penned him in that corner. Good numbers.
England looking tired there, trying to get back behind the ball as well.
There's a few players just walking backwards. Now everybody's back in position. Milne takes that carry. O'Loughlin trying to do a bit of organising. Ellis, little chip over the top. Oh, it's a good kick. Nice. For Lewis. Yes, Lewis is down the ground. Lewis has support. Gets it in field. Oh, it's been put down. And who's there to pick up the pieces but Punton?
They got back well. Great invention from England. Spotted the winger was up and just put it over his head. And unfortunate not to finish that, England. It puts them back in the game.
Some really good play there using Ryan Hilton, but he couldn't quite take that passing.
I think you've just got to commend Scotland's scramble defence there. He probably made the right option, but because of the scramble from Scotland, they shut the play down, didn't they?
It was never say die. This fella's been never say die. I think he's been excellent, industrious all through the game. Charlie Emsley. Kick comes in.
Early kick, 40-20.
It's a good kick. Don't think he's quite got that far downfield. It will be a scrum.
Yeah.
But a great kick nonetheless.
That's what he was looking for, wasn't he? He was inside the 40 when he kicked.
Just takes another 30 seconds out of play as well, doesn't it?
For sure, yeah, it's smart play.
Now, you're not going to go all game management on me, are you?
Oh, I think every coach does, don't they? I think, yeah, from a Scotland perspective, they've just got to manage this game. They kicked early in the set, then he's found touch. They've walked to scrum, they're sucking it in. They've got England coming out their own end again. So, yeah, it is game management, and it's good game management.
They've also loaded this blind side as well with defenders, I notice. Punton looked like he was going to be standing out amongst the centres then for a second. Then, he's got back in position.
Nice play.
A little bit of invention from England. Bit of space worked. Running chance as well for Livesey. Has to step back on the inside. There's nobody in support. That's a great start to the set.
That's definitely an Alan Coleman move from an old Lee Manners day. The bone arrow play off the scrum there, very effective. Yeah, they've got them back in the field position. Well done, England.
Now they're just 30 metres or so away from the try line. Kellett picks up out of dummy half, brings it right. Oh, lovely dummy. Can't quite pierce the defence on this occasion, but England in some good position. It's worked right to Ellis. Ellis, lofted pass out to Lewis. Lewis steps back on the inside. Nowhere to run for him.
they just need to be patient, England. I know that there's not a lot of time left on the clock, but they just need to get to the kick here, ask a question and look at a repeat set.
That's a good drive from O'Loughlin, setting the position. They're just in front of the post. Last tackle has been reached though. Kelly will pick up. He'll dart left. Links play with Milne. Milne goes all out. Has he got there? He has got there. What a try from Milne. It looked like they were going to hold him up, but he's found.
Under the sticks as well, so yeah, 12 all, hopefully.
Well, I'm not sure how he managed to ground it. There was a good 3 or 4 men in front of him, but he's just shown so much strength there.
It was a good set from England, wasn't it? You know, obviously they create the yards off the scrum with the play from the scrum and put them in a good area, and the big guy gets in under the sticks, yeah.
And Siddle Clubhouse will be cheering that one.
For sure.
In fact, I'm sure I saw an extra fist pump from Freddie Walker, who we spoke to at half time.
Yeah, Freddie will enjoy that one, won't he?
So this to level proceedings. Charlie Heaton, mentioned before, 38 goals at National Conference League level this season for Dewsbury Celtic. Just watch my car here, Charlie. Flags are raised, 12 points each. Now we've got an interesting end to the game.
Done well to get back in this, England. I thought they were down and out at one point, but they've rallied hard, they've defended well. They just haven't been very composed when they've got to this end, but yeah, they're back in the game. Let's see what happens next 10 minutes.
Loads of character.
Loads of
character
loads
there.
of it. Desire.
I think I've got that on my playlist somewhere. Desire.
Interested to see the response from Scotland here, Dave. They're just looking a little bit tired.
And undoubtedly they put so much into this half. They've got on top and then they've suddenly had it relinquished off them.
Definitely. Certainly the tired of the two teams should be the England team. The amount of defending they've done, but let's see.
Punton, long restart. It's hanging and it drops down to Ellis, who finds O'Loughlin and he charges back at the defence. Langate was coming up with the stop. England will do the level best to get downfield again. It'll help with runs like that. That's a real battling effort coming forward from Brandon Tickle. They've had good value from these big fellas, England, haven't they, off the bench?
Yeah, they've gone well. They've got England on the front foot in the last 10 minutes for sure.
Kelly to dummy half, the Ensingham youngster. Will pop it left. Oh, good dummy. Good surge up to the halfway line, go England again. Alan Coleman will be really happy with the work they've done in this set so far. Can they complete it? Good handoff comes in. Punton comes in with the challenge, joined by Jack McMillan to complete it. Last tackle. Oh, drop goal attempt. It's a lengthy one.
Bit ambitious.
Little bit ambitious from the halfway line. And Anderson Moore takes it and carries it in for Scotland, 20 metres from his own line. That's where Scotland will start this attack. Oh, they've got to move up as one. There's a flailing arm there. Maybe I can't be too critical of Charlie Heaton. He's done pretty well this second half. Oh, the ball has gone loose. It's been picked up, Rip, 1-on-1.
Yeah, now you'd think they'll head for the post, won't they? Maybe have another bash at that one.
Well, there's Tickle with the first carry.
Oh, he's lost steal. It
as well.
1-on-1 steal, yeah.
Now, who's that knock-on gone against there? Because
gone against Scotland. No, it's gone against England, yeah.
I just thought the way Punton got up then, I thought, has he had a word then?
It was a 1-on-1, that was there's your final whistle.
And there is the final whistle, 12 points each. What a game we've seen, Richard.
Fantastic game. Like you say, I think England have got to take something from that, of how they defended and the amount they've had to do, and to get back into that game, fair play to them. The Scottish boys probably be a little bit disappointed because I thought they managed that second half really well. I don't know what the stats are, but they certainly got to the kick well, and effective kicks at that. So I think Scotland will be a little bit disappointed they didn't get a win out of that game.
So entertaining fair for our first game in our league this morning, or afternoon as it is now. 12 points each is finished here at Lee Miners Rangers between the England Community Lions and Scotland under-19s. Do stay tuned, we've got another game coming right up as the Northwest Lionhearts take on the might of Germany. And it's interesting for Northwest Lionhearts because they're getting to host a game for the first time.
Yeah, I was chatting to their coach Sean McHugh early on. They're looking forward to it. I think the German side they've picked a strong team as well. I think a few of their guys playing the championship.
Yeah, we've just been handed a team sheet now. Let's have a quick look at those. So I think Andy Hoggins, Ben White certainly plays for Barrow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is going to be fun with me pronouncing some of these names, I feel, Richard. I'm just sort of having a
This will test your German. Did you listen at school?
Not really.
No, I didn't do very well with German at school either, Dave, so you're on your own with this one.
But it's been great having you alongside me. Best of luck on the tour.
Thanks, Dave.
Are you planning to stick around with me for the next match?
I think we've been called into a meeting shortly, so I think we'll probably catch a little bit this game, then we've got to head back to the hotel. But listen, it's been my pleasure. Thanks for that, Dave. See you again. Thank you.
All the best. Try.